All right, let's get right into it. If you've been searching for a clear step-by-step guide to break into one of the most in-demand fields right now, you've come to the right place.
Welcome to Timeless Learning, the channel where we teach in-demand tech skills that never go out of style. Before we jump in, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you'll always catch our next big lesson on data, tech, and the future of work.
Today, we are laying out your personal roadmap to a career in data analytics. Let's do this. So you've probably heard the buzz, right? It feels like everyone, everywhere is talking about data. But why now? What's behind this sudden massive surge in demand for people who can work with numbers? Well, it really all comes down to one single, pretty staggering statistic. There it is, 36%. Let that sink in for a second. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's the projected job growth for data roles between now and 2033. I mean, that's not just growth, that's a flat-out explosion of opportunity. And it's exactly why you need to know what's going on in this field. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're gonna start with what I'm calling the data gold rush to really understand why this is such a smart career move. Then we'll get into the modern analyst's toolkit, what you actually need to learn. After that, we'll map out your online learning playbook, show you how to build your proof, and wrap up by figuring out your next move. So let's kick things off with the big picture. Why is this happening right now? Well, companies everywhere are finally realizing that if they want to win, they have to be driven by data. This part is all about the seriously compelling numbers behind all the hype. So what exactly is data analytics when you strip it all down? You know, at its heart, it's really about being a translator. Yale University puts it perfectly. It's the science of taking raw, messy data, cleaning it up, and turning it into clear insights that help people make smarter decisions. You're the one who turns the language of numbers into the language of business strategy. And this right here, this shows you the opportunity in black and white. That first bar, that's the massive 36% growth we just talked about. The second one shows there are over 250,000 jobs open right now. And that third bar, that's the median entry-level salary, folks. We're talking over 95 grand to start. The demand is absolutely real, and so are the rewards. Okay, so you get the why. Now let's pivot to the what, because to land one of those awesome, high-paying jobs, you need a very specific set of skills. This is your toolkit, the essential gear you're gonna need for this journey. Now, what I love about this is the balance. You've got your non-negotiable tech skills over on the left, SQL for talking to databases, a language like Python or R, good old spreadsheets, and BI tools like Tableau for making those cool visualizations. But look at the right side. The business and soft skills are just as vital. Things like data storytelling and stakeholder management, which is really just a fancy way of saying you can explain what you're doing to non-tech people. That's what makes a good analyst a great one. Quick tip. If you're starting from zero, learn SQL first. It's the foundation for everything. And this, of course, brings us to the great debate, Python or R. Honestly, you can't go wrong. They just have different vibes. R is a beast for deep statistical work, and it's what you'll learn in the super popular Google Data Analytics certificate. Python, on the other hand, is the industry's jack of all trades, especially with amazing libraries like Pandas and NumPy. Here's the secret, though. Don't get paralyzed here. Pick a learning path, and it will probably pick the language for you. Okay, so now you know what you need to learn. The next big question is, where do you go to learn it? The world of online courses is, frankly, a bit of a jungle. So we've boiled it down into a simple playbook with 3 clear paths you can follow, and each one fits a different kind of learner. First up, you've got the university-backed route. If you're someone who values academic structure and wants a big, recognizable name on your certificate, this is for you. Think platforms like Coursera, which partners with places like Johns Hopkins, or edX, with courses from heavy hitters like Harvard and MIT. You can even find free courses to dip your toes in the water, like Harvard Statistics and R. Your second option is to learn directly from the tech giants themselves. I mean, why not learn from the very companies that are setting the standards for the industry? This is perfect if you want a curriculum that's totally focused on what employers need right now. Google's certificate is a huge entry point for a lot of people. IBM has a really solid program, and Simplilearn even bakes in Microsoft's own training for tools like Power BI. And path number 3 is the all-in-one platforms. These are absolutely perfect if you're a self-starter who learns best by just rolling up your sleeves and doing the thing. Platforms like DataQuest and DataCamp are famous for their hands-on, learn-by-doing approach. Udacity has its well-known nano degrees, and Codecademy offers a full-blown career path to take you from scratch to job-ready. All right, this next part is probably the most important thing we're going to talk about. You've picked your path, you're learning the skills, but here's the honest truth. A certificate by itself is not enough. You have to prove you can do the work. And that brings us to the single most critical piece of your job search, your portfolio. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Prerit Onwicker, a senior data scientist, has to say. He points out that the projects gave him confidence, but this is the key phrase. The companies he interviewed with were very impressed by my portfolio. That is the real-world proof that opens doors. So, how do you actually build one of these things? It's really just a 4-step process. 1. Start by doing the projects inside your courses. 2. Tackle a capstone project. This is a big one where you bring all your skills together. 3. Carefully select your best 3 to 5 projects to showcase publicly. And 4. The step everyone forgets. Practice talking about your work. If you can't explain what you did and why it matters, it's all for nothing.
I want you to remember this. A certificate says, I learned how to do something. A portfolio says, look, I did the thing. That small shift in language from learning to doing makes all the difference in the world to a hiring manager.
We've covered the why, the what, and the how. So now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle, launching your career. Where can you actually take all these new skills? Let's take a look at where the jobs really are.
The cool thing here is just how diverse the opportunities are. Yeah, sure, IT is the biggest chunk at 32%, but just look at the others. Banking and finance, software, pharma, even retail, they're all hiring tons of data analysts. The real takeaway here is that these skills are incredibly transferable. You have so much flexibility in where you want to build your career.
And there you have it. We've laid out the entire roadmap, from understanding the why to learning the what to building the proof. The only thing left to do is, well, to take that first step. So what's it going to be? Picking a learning path? Trying out a free intro course? The journey starts right now.
So before we wrap up, let's just hammer home the key takeaways. 1, the demand is 100% real. This is not a fad. 2, the toolkit you need is clear and totally learnable. 3, the paths to get there are plentiful, so you can pick one that actually fits you. And 4, maybe the most important of all, proof is in the projects. That portfolio is your golden ticket.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Right now, the world is creating an unimaginable amount of data every single second. It's just sitting there, waiting for someone with the right skills and the right curiosity to come along and find the stories hidden inside. The data's out there. The only question is, what questions will you ask?
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and share this video with someone who's learning too. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss another skill-packed lesson from Timeless Learning. Remember, the best investment you can make is in your own knowledge. Keep learning because growth is timeless.